What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the NVM channel. Yes, it's another B58 type of day, specifically this car. So yes, some of you guys may recognize this car. It is an NVM Stage 2 Plus vehicle with METH integration and a B58 TU pump, although it has now changed ownership and the new owner has fitted one of our NVM 520R turbochargers. And if you don't know about the 520R turbocharger, I'll leave a few links up there for you guys to check out some previous videos of this kit. So as I said, this is a previous NVM Stage 2 Plus car with METH injection. It is a charge pipe METH injection system with a single nozzle, so it wasn't 100% METH dependent. This car was also used to prototype our B58 intake and inlet elbow. So all of this combined with that 520R turbocharger should give us a good result today in comparison to our brand new G42 M240i. So if you haven't seen the latest update on the NVM 240i, make sure you guys click that playlist up there. It is currently in NVM Stage 2 kind of setup with a turbo back exhaust, a panel filter and an ethanol content sensor. Now we haven't finished the development work on that, but we will be updating you guys with that very soon. So obviously the G42 is years ahead in comparison to the F22 models, although this car does suffer with heat soak. One of the main causes for that is the active air cooling flaps. So we are working on the development calibration to kind of keep them open at all times. Although intake temperatures do tend to rise, they're wicked for stock boost levels, but as soon as you increase that boost levels, the intake temperatures do suffer. So I think that intake manifold is gonna have to go. With the addition of a billet intake manifold, it will allow us to run port METH injection too. But anyway, back to that F22. So not much has changed since the last time I was here, although it does have a M Performance LSD, which will help put that power down to the ground. It's still running eye-back lowering springs, although it's got M4 lower control arms, which help by increasing a bit of the caster and gives you more grip through the corners. So it's a nice little setup for this sort of power. So let's see what we can do. So that's really good to see. Just 99 run fuel. It is very warm in here today, 28 degrees, and it's just made 509 brake horsepower, 722 newton meters of torque. I think this is going to be the limit of the 99 run fuel based on today's ambient temperatures, but we'll turn on the METH on the same kind of calibration and see what difference it makes. Well, that's good to see. Same calibration, just with the METH turned on. It does start to spray about 1.3 bar of boost, so it's taken off that kind of bit of knock that we had. 539 brake horsepower, 748 newton meters of torque. That's really healthy, really good to see, but I'm curious to see what this will do purely METH dependent. Well, that's very impressive. Zero time impulse, still on a small METH charge pipe nozzle, and we're at 562 brake horsepower, 781 newton meters of torque. This is probably going to be the limitation, but I mean, shall we turn it up a bit more? While we let that cool down a little, I think we should go get some lunch. What do you fancy? Mexican? So I say Mexican because while we go get our lunch, we could pop over to Mexico and get 100 to 200 kilometers an hour done in the G42. Yes, this is stage 2. Yes, it's about 480 brake horsepower, but it's a lot heavier than the previous generation, and that is one of its downfall. But the plus side is it's an X-drive vehicle. 0 to 60s are crazy, quarter miles are crazy. I'll leave a link up there for you guys to check out the video we did on this when we stage 2 tuned it and we tested the 0 to 60 and quarter mile. But we had to catch a flight back, didn't we? So we didn't get a chance to do the 100 to 200 kilometers. So let's see what it does.
A few moments later.
So no matter what we tried, we couldn't get into the 7s. But it did 100 to 200 in 8.2 seconds, verified on Draggy. I mean, these do like a 11 to 12 second stock 100 to 200 kilometers. And again, like I said, that's purely down to the fact it just weighs so much. It's over 1700 kilos and it's downfall. But with a lot more power, we can bring that down. So it's going to be interesting to see what that F22 does. We know what it does stage 2 plus, which is pretty much the same sort of power as what these make. But I want to see what it does with that turbocharger on there. So with the METH turned on, you can see consistent power, and that's because it is suppressing any sort of knock that we get based on the ambient temperature and the 99 run fuel. So nice 10-15 horsepower all the way to 5,000 RPM, and then it starts to make some real horsepower, about 20-25 brake horsepower from 5.5 to 6,500 RPM. But the most impressive thing is almost 17 degrees of ignition timing at the red line. This car could actually make a lot more power with this setup if it had a set of cams in there and valve spring retainers. But nonetheless, we know now with METH injection what that 520R can do. No doubt with port injection and some ethanol in the tank, we could take it even further. But yeah, absolute savage. Also, we have a brand new update for the G80 M3, brand new induction kit, courtesy of our partners Ram Air Filtration. We've come together to put a kit that's more affordable and gets you gains. Throw the B-roll now. So absolute savage results from our entry-level B58 turbocharger. As you're probably aware, we do have a larger turbocharger, which are yet to kind of cover on a YouTube vlog. So we'll try and get one on with that turbo very soon. But although this with METH is exactly what you need for everyday fast road use. On days like this when it's quite warm, that METH reduces that intake temperature. And you know, looking at the logs, it's about ambient temperature, even at part throttle. So having a progressive controller is key to kind of getting a smooth operating hybrid turbo. But we're gonna have to take that METH and we're gonna have to go to Mexico for you guys at home and kind of see what this does. 100 to 200, I mean, a 0 to 60 will be pointless. It has got an LSD and it puts it down quite well, I'd say. I mean, the 520R kind of is probably the best at putting the power down to the road. M Performance LSD, Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. But yeah, quick trip to Mexico and get some tacos on the way back, and let's see what she does.
little longer than a few minutes later.
Oh, those tacos were nice, weren't they? Nice and spicy, mate. Just for reference, a NVM Stage 2 Plus B58 Gen 1 does 100 to 200 kilometers in about 7.7 to 7.8 seconds. Yeah, there are some glory hunters and glory runners out there that do a 7 or 7.2, but that is in optimal conditions. This car has just done, with charge point METH injection and the 520R, a 6.400 to 200 kilometers an hour. And that's with 2 of us in it. It's crazy, absolutely mental. And I think knowing kind of the limitation of this turbocharger is key to kind of keeping that window open of tuning. So I think with port METH and, you know, whatever, we could probably get more, but I think a bigger turbocharger is definitely the next step if you want a quicker time. In comparison, the G42 M240i is a bit of an overweight lard. 100 to 200 on that. Stage 2 did like an 8.2, I think. So it'd be interesting to see what that does with METH injection on that stock turbocharger, because it is a very similar size to this one, and that comes from factory. So shall we stick some ethanol in that 240? Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
So this is our drink of choice. This is the Renegade E98 ethanol fuel. We are going to mix this with a bit of 99 RON fuel to get an E-blend between E30 and E50 and really maximize the power coming out of that stock turbocharger on the G42. But for more of that, you guys will have to hit that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up button if you did enjoy today's video, and we'll cover this in next week's video.
Don't matter if you cast for the road or tracks. Mexico on the lanes or Dunnington doing up laps. Car man, I got maps doing up maps. Maximum power, cars get gaps. They got tuners, we got tuners, but they're tuners a load of. Man got the map, what kind of map? Best boat map, fastest lap. Zoom in past, don't watch how big man map. 3 maps, take a passenger seat, watch a man collapse. Foot to the floor, rev to the max. Team come through like axe. All you see is flames, all you hear is bullets and bats. He's doing it well, he's doing it right, and they can't do it like man. NV Motorsport, it's in the game. Gang.